I can't tell what's wrong or right. Should I go without saying goodbye? All I know is I need to be somewhere else to set me free. I don't know what to do now. Need to figure it out, but I don't know how. I hope the wind will carry me and take me away to where I should be.
Good morning, this is Debbie with Food Prepping Channel, and today I am bringing a video to y'all that's going to have a lot of stuff in it, so you need to pay attention and see if there is something that you need in here. I am making Sunday dinner today, and what I'm making is things that y'all have already seen before, but you know, I'm going to make hamburger steak. I'm going to make potatoes. I'm going to cut up. I've got bacon potatoes. I've got some really big bacon potatoes. And I'm going to cut those up into like French fry shapes. And I'm going to put them in my air fryer and fry them. I mean, or whatever it is. Not it's air fry, but, you know, I'm going to fix them for lunch. And then I've got coleslaw here. And I'll show y'all this one other time, but the Moss Family TV, they did this one time, and the dad he cut up all this cabbage, and that's why I don't use this for coleslaw. I don't make coleslaw very much because I don't anymore, because I don't do it like I did when we were growing up. When we were growing up, we put it in the blender and cut it all up, but that wasn't good either because you had to have water in it, and the water would get in the cabbage. But the only way that was really, really, really good was if my mom sat there with the cabbage and on the grater and grated the cabbage up, and then it made the perfect size pieces of cabbage for coleslaw. Well, then here comes the Moss family, and I don't know if y'all know, but I've told y'all this a million times probably over the years, but I think inside the box. I don't ever think outside the box. It's just a flaw of mine, and when I see something that other people have done, I'm always saying, wow, why didn't I think about that? Because I just don't. I think inside the box. I don't think outside the box. So I'm going to take this coleslaw and I'm going to cut this up into little bitty pieces like my mom did when she would grate it with my knife. And I'm just going to rock my knife back and forth and back and forth and back and forth until this coleslaw is cut up the way that I want it. And then I'm putting it in this bowl, and then I'm going to make coleslaw. And that's one of the things that I'm doing. And then the potatoes, hamburger steak, y'all know, that's so easy. But I just feel like that today. I have got on this kick where I just absolutely love hamburger steak or hamburgers. I started to fix hamburgers on the grill today, but my gosh, the wind is blowing so bad outside. So, and also, Kayla's coming. I haven't even told y'all this. Kayla got out of the hospital last Friday, and she is doing so much better. They have got her on some medications now. Granted, it's not perfect, and we don't know what's going to happen, but she is a lot better. She's not doing anything. She is trying to she sat here Friday and talked to me the whole day and stuff about what she wants and what's going on. And, you know, it's really, she said, Mama, she said, you need to realize that this is going to be something that I deal with the rest of my life. And, I mean, that really bothers me because I'm not going to be here, and I feel like maybe she doesn't. Maybe that's just my feeling. I just feel like that she needs me or whatever, but maybe she really doesn't. Maybe if I'd stay out of her hair, she'd be a whole lot better off. Who knows? But anyway, she said, Mom, she said, you need to realize that I am an addict. She said, I am addicted to drugs. She said, I'm always going to want drugs. She said, but I don't want drugs. But I do want drugs. I mean, that's what she says or whatever. I don't want drugs, but I do want drugs. So I'm trying to think and figure out what I can do to keep her from not wanting drugs as much as she does. And I don't know if any of y'all out there watch this and you were addicted to drugs or whatever, if you could help me try to figure out some way to keep her from going to the drug houses and going to the people with drugs and stuff like that, it would just be so helpful to me, because I really am worried. I mean, she's, like I said, she's went to church this morning, and they're coming over here for dinner, and it's not going to be ready, but it'll be okay. I mean, it's been a lot going on this weekend. Yesterday, Caden was out riding the four-wheeler, and my landlord pulled his Jeep up beside the four-wheeler and got out of his car. And now, let me tell you about this. He's like 6'5", big man, and jumped at the four-wheeler and grabbed the key out of the ignition in front of Caden. Just scared Caden to death. And said that he wasn't giving the key back to me because Caden wasn't supposed to be riding the four-wheeler on his property. Well, I've lived here for 7 years. I pay rent, and it's kind of, like my property too. And the police had already told him that. I bought my four-wheeler 5 years ago, and I would not have bought it if he hadn't told me that I could ride my four-wheeler wherever I wanted to on this property. He said there's 600 acres of land on here. You can ride the four-wheeler wherever you want to. But now, because he doesn't like it that, I appealed the case and I'm going to be here or whatever, that's what started it all to begin with. He can't stand the fact that Caden is riding the four-wheeler on this property. So, anyway, the police came, and the police told him, and the police got the key back from him to give to me or whatever. But then the police said that Caden can't ride the four-wheeler until he's 16 years old. So I'm going to find out about that, because that doesn't seem to be like on your own property. Well, when I get to Kim's, it'll be their property or whatever. So I don't think that they can do anything about that. Now, over here, maybe because this is his property, but, I don't know. I just have been, and then last night, weirdest thing I've ever heard of in my life, Kayla called me, and she said, Mama, Journey's temperature is 104 point something. And I just went all to pieces, and I said, Kayla, you've got to call the rescue squad. And so before the rescue squad was there, I was on the phone with her, and she kept checking her temperature, and it had gone up from 103, and it kept on going up and up and up till it was 105.5. So the rescue squad got there. Journey was not lethargic like I thought she should be, and she wasn't jumping around, but her and Carson, Camden's my other grandson, Kim's son. All right, Carson and Journey had gone to the doctor the other day and got caught up on all their shots since all this stuff had happened with Kayla. And Carson had to have 5 shots, and Journey had to have 2. Well, I thought about that maybe that would be the point of, that would be giving her a temperature, but not 105 degrees. And so she kept checking it, and this was one that you check in your ear. And she kept checking it, and it was, you know, it went steadily up from 104. It started off at 103, and then it went steadily up to 105.5, and then the rescue squad got there, and I don't know what was going on with the rescue squad, but they didn't come in the house, and so Kayla and Josh took Journey out there in the ambulance, and they checked her temperature in the ambulance, and it was 98 point something. I'd been on the phone with Kayla this whole time. I was like, you know, it was like such as something lifted off my shoulder. But still, we cannot figure. Josh said that they would check theirs, and it would be 98. Then they would go back and check Journey's, and hers would be 104, 105. And why? And that stressed me out. Oh my gosh, I was crying and I was upset, and I didn't, because my son is, he was 45, I guess he'll be 40. Yes, he will be 40 his next birthday in June, and he got spinal meningitis when he was 10 months old, and this was 6 months before they came out with that HIB, or the Haemophilus influenza type B is what type of spinal meningitis he had. But his temperature went way, way, way up there, and he went into a coma, and he was having, I can't think even the name of it now. It just brings back a lot of memories that I don't even want to hardly think about. The seizures, he was having seizures and stuff, and I remember asking the doctor when he was in the hospital and like that, and he was in a coma, and I said, please do not let my son die. Please don't let him die. And the doctor looked at me, and if I knew who this doctor was now, I think I would go back and just knock the you-know-what out of him, because I said, please don't let my son die. And he said, Mrs. Moore, I'm not God. Okay, wow. You didn't have to say that. You could have said, Mrs. Moore, I'm going to do whatever I can to take care of your son. But just to sit there and say, I'm not God, nah. Now it just makes me sick to my stomach. But anyway, Brian was in the hospital for 16 days. He was in a coma for 4 days. And he was in ICU for 10 or 12 days, something like that. And anyway, he had spinal meningitis. Well, it caused him to be what is called educable mentally retarded. And I hate that, but that's what they called it, or whatever. I don't know what they would say now. But he graduated from high school, but not with a regular diploma. It was a special diploma. And so he lives with my ex-husband. He will never be able to drive a car or, anything like that.
And I belong, but I keep on searching for my home. There's a hunger in my soul, makes me keep on trying, holding on. Take me all the way,
And anyway, I have a hard time talking about it. Anyway, it was called Haemophilus influenza type B, spinal meningitis, and they came out. There was no shot for it then. 6 months after he got it, they came out with the shot that they have now to give to babies as soon as they're born, and then they get another, I think, when it's a month old, and then 3 months old, something like that. And but that would be my luck, that 6 months you know, 6 months after that, they come out, which I am so grateful that they did for all the other children in this world that get spinal meningitis. But, oh my gosh, it would have been, it would have been a miracle if something had happened where Brian, do I keep saying Caden? Or Brian this hadn't happened to Brian. But anyway, so that was Journey's. They just did not get the temperature on her ear thing was going up to 105, but it wasn't on the ambulance, and so they didn't even take Journey to the hospital. They said, you know, that she didn't have a temperature or whatever, but just that little bit of time just kicked my butt. I just really could not hardly go through it. And then Caden and he wanted me to watch some Jurassic Park videos. They're cartoons, but it's so cool. It was so it's 4 chapters of them, and each chapter has like 8 to 12 episodes. So we watched the first chapter last night because that took all night, and then the next time he comes, we'll do chapter 2, and then chapter 3, and then chapter 4. And he's really excited about me moving over there with them. I still haven't given up finding a place to live of my own, but, you know, I might not be able to, so I'm going to have to really focus on how I'm going to do this at Kim's. But y'all have seen, I've been sitting here dicing this up, so y'all have seen how little I've got this, and then when I'm going to go on and finish this up, get out the stuff to make the coleslaw, and I'll bring y'all back. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Alright, so I've diced up all this coleslaw, and now I've got Duke's mayonnaise. I don't measure this because I don't know. I just have to, figure it out, and sometimes I get too much, and sometimes I don't get enough. Today, I'm not going to put as much in here as I usually do because I want to see if I can get it so it's not so runny. So that's about, I would say, maybe 3/4 of a cup of mayonnaise right there. And then I've got 2 things of sweet relish. I didn't know that I did, but I've got to use them up. So there's Great Value sweet relish and Mount Olive sweet relish. Of course, my favorite is Mount Olive. And I just pour some of that in here. And that's probably half a cup. Maybe not. Let's see. Alright, I've got to put salt. And I'm just doing the salt. I mean, it's really no measurement to that. Whatever, how much you want. And then I'm going to do the pepper. And this is my pepper thing. If y'all haven't seen it, I have it listed below. You turn it just like this. My hand's in the way, but you turn it, and then the top falls off. But anyway, you can see down in there, that's the peppercorns. And usually I have a little thing on here like this, and you can fill this up with pepper. But today I'm just going to do it in here. And this is a whole lot easier for me to do this than to do with my hands the way they are, than to turn the thing and go like that. That's real hard for me. Alright, so there's the salt and the pepper. Alright, and then I need to put, I'm going to put like 2 capfuls of apple cider vinegar. Alright, there's 1. And there's 2 little bitty capfuls. Alright. Now I've got to put sugar in here. That I'm going to put about a tablespoon of sugar. And I am going to kind of measure that kind of, sort of, might be too much, but yeah. Not quite a tablespoon of sugar, white sugar. And it isn't enough mayonnaise in here. I can already tell that. Yep. Alright, so that was about, I don't know, I would say altogether it is a cup of mayonnaise in this whole bag. Oh, that's good. That was real good. My pepper grinder fell off the table and all the pepper fell out of it. Alright, y'all, let me get you. It's going to take a little while to clean that up, so. And I'm going to fix, I think, a bag of roasted broccoli. Or is it called, which I got? See, I got broccoli and Brussels sprouts. Huh. Maybe I'll do those tomorrow. Yeah, I think that's probably what I'll do. Alright, so I'm getting ready to fix some mushrooms. Because if they want gravy, and Josh doesn't eat mushrooms, but Kayla does. We both love mushrooms. I'm not sure about Caden now because I haven't had mushrooms in a while. Alright, now let me taste this. Let me stir it up and get this mayonnaise off of this fork. And then I'll taste it. I think that this is probably... Alright, I've got to taste this again. I don't know, I think I need a little bit more. Let me get this pickle juice in here. Maybe another tablespoon of pickle, sweet pickle relish. Some people use dill pickle relish in their coleslaw, but I don't. And if I'd had, I packed up all my spices, so my onion powder I packed up. And I may have tried, I've not tried it before, but I may have tried putting some onion powder in here to see just what it would taste like. Okay, let me taste it again. Perfect. Perfect. So the coleslaw, the cabbage coleslaw mix, about a cup of mayonnaise, about half a cup of pickle relish, sweet pickle relish, plus a tablespoon, about a spoon and a half of apple cider vinegar, about a tablespoon of sugar, salt, and pepper to taste. And it's amazing. Alright, so I'm going to go put this in the refrigerator for today and get out the mushrooms. I'm going to go in and start the mushrooms because then I've got to clean up all these peppercorns. So I will bring y'all back. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Alright, so I put the coleslaw in the refrigerator. That's getting cold. I've got the onions washed and dried. Well, they're dry enough. I'm telling y'all that I do wash my mushrooms. I can't stand the thought of eating that dirt that is on a lot of mushrooms. So I do. I put in here a half a stick of butter, about a tablespoon and a half of Bertolli cooking olive oil, and then I've got 1 pound of mushrooms, like I said, that I have washed, and I just let them sit in the colander and dry for probably 45 minutes. And then I'm going to put salt and pepper in here. And the salt, just ever how much you want on top of your mushrooms. Alright, and just using my knife to stir them with. Alright, so my grandson is in there. Journey didn't want to stay this weekend, and I wasn't going to make her, so she went home, and Caden stayed, of course, and Caden is in there playing. They go between Fortnite and Roblox. I don't know what that is. But anyway, him and his first cousin, Camden, Kim's son, play these games, and they've got the earphones that they can talk back and forth between each other, to each other, and they holler and they hoop and they do all this stuff, and it drives me nutty. Yes, you do drive me nutty. And it makes all these crazy sounds, and oh my gosh. But anyway, now I've got these on here. I'm going to turn these down to, this is on my new wave. I got it on 275. I'm going to turn it down to 250. I'm going to put the lid on them, and I'm just going to let these cook. So I will bring y'all back. I still got to cut up the potatoes. I got to patty out the hamburgers. And then I got to look and see. I kind of want to fix some macaroni and cheese. I don't know. I mean, since they're coming, I kind of want to cook a lot of stuff. But anyway, I will bring y'all back. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Alright, so my mushrooms are done. They are so good. Kayla and I done have one. And now I'm getting ready to put I was going to make potatoes in my air fryer, but I'm not doing that now. I've got this whole bowl. I cut up 8 of those big potatoes because I knew it was going to be 6 of us here to eat. So I cut up 8 of the potatoes, and now they want mashed potatoes and gravy. So I'm fixing mashed potatoes and gravy, and I'm going to fry some onions. For me, I don't know if Kayla likes onions on her steak or not, but I'm going to do that. But I'm putting these in my Ninja Foodi Smart Lid now, and I'm putting the whole bowl, and I've got about, 2 cups of water in there, and I'm going to, oh no, what's wrong with Carson? And then I'm going to cook them for, I think, 10 minutes. I think that's enough, but I will bring y'all back when everything, or I get to the next thing, whatever I'm going to do. All right, bring back. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I just wanted to show y'all that I am fixing, what is this, a piece of burnt, no, it's a piece of mushroom. I am fixing some onions, some sautéed onions to go on the hamburger steak. So I'm putting salt and pepper in those, and I've got them, I cooked them in some of the oil that I cooked the mushrooms in. And so that's another thing that I'm fixing. And after this gets done, I've got the potatoes in now. I'm fixing mashed potatoes, and I fixed them in my Ninja Foodi, Smart lid. And they will be done, and I'll have to mash them. And I am really, this is going to really be good. I got to get some gravy mix out of the pantry in here. All right, so the potatoes just stopped, so I'm just going to let them sit there. And then I'm going to go get the gravy mix, and I've got to patty up the hamburgers, and I will bring y'all back. Okay, y'all, I'm on the last thing now. I can't believe I didn't do this, but I made 8 hamburger patties, hamburger steaks, whatever you want to call them. And I cooked those, and then I got out 2 of the, let me find it, this, McCormick turkey gravy. I had all kinds of gravy, but I just decided to use this turkey gravy. And so I have the turkey gravy. I mixed that in here with 2 cups of water and got it thicker. And then I've put the hamburger steaks in here. And I did the onions and mashed potatoes and salad and coleslaw. Haven't done the rolls yet. I'll be doing them in a few minutes. But I'm going to go on and let this soak in here. In this soup, the gravy. Oh, this is going to be so good. I had told Kayla I've never done this before. So, I've never fixed it like this, but it does look, yeah. And it's going to be so good. I'm going to fix it in here, Kayla, in my air fryer. Okay. All right, y'all, so let me get this rest of this stuff fixed and my plate fixed, and I'll bring y'all back. Okay, y'all, here's my plate. I've got coleslaw, I've got mashed potatoes, I've got my hamburger steak. Oh, let's see what this tastes like. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I can't wait to see. I got mushrooms and onions on here and the gravy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, y'all. Let's taste my coleslaw. Oh my gosh, y'all. This is amazing. I don't know why I've never done this before. Or maybe I did and I don't remember. But I don't think so, because I don't think I've ever used a pack of the gravy mix to go. I put the hamburger down inside. I made the gravy in the pan and put the hamburger back inside the pan with the gravy and let it cook for a little while. And then I got it out, put gravy on it, and the onions and the mushrooms. Josh did the mashed potatoes for me. Yeah, this is just amazing. This is a great dinner for the kids and the grandkids. I have salad too, but I didn't want any salad. All I wanted was the hamburger steak and mashed potatoes. And Kim and them, they went to the Mexican restaurant and they got them something from there and brought it here. And they're eating that. I've got 3 of these left. And y'all watch tomorrow because I'm going to make something with these and with those. So, y'all try to guess what it is. Alright, so if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Look below for links to my Facebook, my Twitter, and to my Instagram. And also there's links of different things that I use in my channel that y'all may want to purchase from Amazon. The links are below. And not all of it's from Amazon. Like, 'cause there's Meeson and there's Thrive Market and a bunch of stuff down there that's not only from Amazon, but the majority of the things that I use or whatever are from Amazon. It seems like Amazon just has everything. So, y'all have got to try this. Make your hamburger, well, do your onions, your mushrooms. And my kids don't, some like mushrooms, some don't. Some like onions, some don't. So I didn't cook them together. If it had just been me or whatever, I would have cooked the onions and the mushrooms together because I like both of them. But anyway, so you cook your onions, your mushrooms, then your hamburger steak, then you get out the gravy packets that you want, or make your own gravy, whichever you want to do. And then let your hamburger steak sit in that gravy. Your mashed potatoes, I made my mashed potatoes in my Ninja Foodi Smart Lid. And I cooked them with a little bit of, let's see, what did I cook them in? I think a little bit of, I know I used chicken bouillon. And I can't remember what else it was. Salt and pepper. And I don't think it was wood-fired garlic, but it could have been. They are a little darker than normal. I don't know. Whatever you want to put in yours, you do that. But I hope that you have a wonderful week. I love you all, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.